Das ist all the German I remember. So it's Saturday morning, I don't know, 8:35 or so. We're on the way to the racetrack. We're adding another chapter to the dumb shit Rob does with a race car book. Oh, we're going to an Ironman race. I'm taking the foot brake car along. You know, the one that I don't have sorted out yet. I need to interrupt myself here for just a minute. So this is actually the fourth time this car has gone to the racetrack. First pass, it went 671 at 102, which was right where I thought it should run, because we had 3,900 foot corrected air. And then next pass, it took a swan dive straight into an open septic tank. It has been flailing around in the poop water ever since. Went 709. Then the next pass, we got pushed off the starting line because it died and wouldn't start in the water box. Then went 740 something. Went home, found an issue, went back to the racetrack, went 740 something, loaded up and went home. Found a couple more issues, fixed those, went back to the racetrack, went 706 and 709, dialed 710, lost, ran a 711 on the brakes like an idiot, and that catches us up to where we are now, flailing around in the poop water. I have no idea if it's going to go down the racetrack right yet or not, and we get one time run, then we go racing. $100 entry fee. See why it's a chapter in the book. We did change a few things. We did discover that it had 4 degrees less timing in it than it was supposed to have. Yeah, that was my fault. So we put 34 degrees of timing in it. We took the 4-hole spacer off, which we never ran a 4-hole spacer on it in the past, you know, years ago when we actually ran this motor. So I have no idea why I put one on it this time. So I put an open spacer on it, a solid aluminum one that I checked to make sure was flat, and it is flat. Put the jetting back to stock since I had just taken a Hail Mary at that last race, so I have no idea what the thing's going to run. All right, we made it. There's a bunch of cars here. First time run, no idea what it's going to run. I'd like to see it go at least 680s, but as long as it doesn't pop and bang while it goes down the racetrack, we'll be happy. Something's still not right. 152 60 foot, and then it kind of popped and banged right before the shift. Went 701 at 96, so something's still wrong. So here's where we are. It's still not running right. It missed towards the end of low gear, and then kind of missed again before the finish line. So turn the shift point back down a little, which isn't going to help the finish line any. Turn the fuel pressure up a little. Not really probably enough to help anything, but enough to say we did something. We'll just dial it up a couple of numbers based off of what it did the last time we were here when we turned the shift point down to this number. Throw a number on it and see what happens. I was 007, you know, if man another lane goes red, or if I get lucky and it's dialed close, we'll just run it. If I lose first round, what I really want to do is change carburetors. Not because I think the other one's better, but I think it's jet explosive. And I think that's probably some of its problem right now. Just a guess anyway. So we'll see what happens. If I lose first round, which is more than likely going to happen, we may just say, what the hell, throw $50 at it, swap carburetors, and see what it does. And if all of a sudden it runs right, and we lose anyway, that was $50 well spent because we figured out what was wrong. Man, you would sure think adding 4 degrees of timing would have changed something, but that some bitch ran almost, it went 7:06 2 weeks ago, first pass down here, and just went 7:01. So we picked up nothing because the air's pretty good today for August. But anyway, so yeah, this thing's kicking my ass. Who knew a pump gas motor would whip me? That didn't go worth a shit. I was late, ran off. He was 000, 2 over, killing a bunch of mile an hour. Yeah, we're going home. Well, so we lost that round. My buddy Jamie was 0009 on me. Dropped and went 2 over, killed 10 mile an hour. It missed real bad right before it shifted. Unlike before, which you'll be able to hear in the video, where it kind of just popped and banged a little, that time it popped and banged a little, then went brrr, and God, that sounds like valve springs to me. So I know I had talked about throwing $50 at it and changing carbs and see if that fixed it, but when it makes the thing that sounds like valve springs, that scares me. So we're not going to do that. I mean, we're not going to break. It's got Victor Jr. heads on it, so I mean, it's got nice heads on it. So we're not going to risk tearing up a cylinder head just for something stupid. So we're going to load up. We'll go home. I guess maybe this week I'll pull a couple of valve springs off and run them over to the machine shop and have them throw them in their tester, and we'll see where they are. They've only got like 8 or 9 passes on them. They shouldn't be shot, but I mean, they were brand new. They weren't expensive springs, but they weren't really cheap springs either. I mean, they weren't like $40 springs, but I mean, stranger things have happened. So we'll do that because I'm not going to risk tearing it up. I've got 1 broke motor. I got 3 broke motors at home that are all mine. I'm not going to break this one too. I've got 4 broke motors, counting the one that come out of this car 4 years ago. So we're going to hang out. We're going to probably get the Nikon out and walk around and take a few pictures, hang out for a while because it's a nice day, and you know, when we go home we'll just mow grass or something miserable. But anyway, we're going to wrap that up for this video. Short and quick, and well, me and the word short video just don't match. But this thing's still kicking my ass. We'll figure it out, maybe. Talk to you later.